Y'all feeling good?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Let's sit.
Yeah?
Get all the stuff out of
Let's take a deep breath in through your nose. Out through your mouth. So we're talking about women's empowerment. This is a women's class, right? And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because there are so many chats. If you guys ever get into Jiu Jitsu groups online, there's a few that I follow, and I can't remember the names of them, but they're on Facebook. And I always see comments about, I'm the only woman in my gym. There's a new girl that came, and I felt this, feeling like I needed to prove myself, and there's always like this tit for tat with the women in the gym, right? We sometimes experience that here, and it's something you feel personally. You don't always talk about it, but you feel it. Everybody knows what tension feels like, right? You can feel tension, and some of the guys, they don't even pay attention to it, but we know what it's like, right? So the reason why I want to talk about it today is because here, this is our family. We're 10 Planet family. And not just O'Fallon, but all the 10 Planet schools. You can go to any 10 Planet school around the world, and I'm pretty sure you're going to be welcomed. And I know I've visited a couple in California, New York. Where else did I go? There's another gym. I can't remember where it was. But I remember walking in and recognizing, like, okay, there's maybe one other woman there. And that vibe that I picked up from that girl was like, why are you here, right? You can feel it. They don't even have to say anything. So you try to ignore it, but sometimes you can't. So sometimes it comes out in the roll. It comes out on the mat. And that aggression gets turned up, right? And you feel that, and you're like, this bitch hates me, right? But that aggression is not a bad thing either, because it's something that you have to recognize, for one, that you feel it, recognize it in the other person, but know what to do with that energy. The energy doesn't have to turn bad. It can, and it can get really ugly, and when it does, that's what happens in gyms where the women start trickling off, right? And we don't want that here. We want everyone to feel welcomed. Like, we try to make a point to welcome any new girl, even if they're just out in the lobby dropping off the kids, right? We want to make sure all the women here are acknowledged, for one, and that they feel welcome, so they want to come back. So I want to thank you two, because you're new, you've been here for a minute. But I do want to thank you two for showing up. And if you ever feel uncomfortable, if you ever feel that energy is like, something's not right, that girl doesn't like me, I'm the type of person, not everybody's like this, but say something. Because you never know if that person is just really looking up to you, and they admire you, they admire your jiu-jitsu, they just don't know how to say that, right? But you feel the tension. So it's better to just speak up about it. So with women's empowerment, if we can learn to speak to each other and not keep the conversation in our head, or take that conversation and talk to someone else, but if we can go to that person and say, hey, I really think you're great. I think you're a badass. I'm intimidated by you, right? Just being honest about that, because what could happen, that's happened with us, where we felt intimidated by each other at some point, but we had to say something. Mm-hmm. And with that, we learned to use that to teach each other different things. We have two different games, right? And so it's not that either one is better than the other. It's just we're different and we have different strengths. And that's what women's empowerment is all about. Use your own strength to strengthen the next woman. Okay? That's all I got. You guys, it's a reverse Oreo.
Oh, yeah. That's delicious.
All right, Robinson.